Alright, another update on the truck. I've got some rusty metal primer on the hood, a big rust spot, and it's on the road now. And I took it, had that tire swapped around to the white letters out so at least it matched the white lettering on the other tires. Had all four tires balanced. Drives much better after getting them balanced. The bed all cleaned out. All the lights are working. Added a license plate light. Had to, after I got it on the road, or test drove it, the brakes were decent. The front, I could tell the front wheel bearings were bad, and I tore it apart, and they were really, really bad. The grease was all dried up. There was evidence of water that had been in it, and the bearings had pitting, and the races had pitting. So I had to put inner outer bearings and clean the hubs and repack them with grease and inner wheel seals. So front end's good. The brake pads look like brand new, and the back brakes were not working. And I had one leaking wheel cylinder, and both shoes, the shoes on both sides were metal to metal. The drums had deep grooves. Luckily, I had good drums on the Blazer, so I put the drums off the Blazer, which were great, and set of new shoes, and I replaced the wheel cylinders. And I was going to replace the brake hose. I kind of ran out of time, and the one of the brake lines is rounded off, the head on it. So I just kind of left the rear hose alone. I'm going to swap these axles out for, these have 308 gears, and the front axle is pretty much, it's not junk, but the pinion seal's leaking on it. I'm pretty sure it's got water in it because of all the water damage on the front hubs, the front spindle. The spindle's pitted, and the spot where the wheel seal rides is pitted really bad. I cleaned it up the best I could with some emery cloth, but so definitely evidence that it's been through a lot of water. And the differential hose, the breather hose, was broke. So I'm pretty sure the front, I haven't checked the oil in it because I don't even have the front drive shaft in it, so I'm not even using the front axle, but I'm pretty sure it's got water in it. And the U-joints on the axle shafts are bad. They've got quite a bit of slop in them when I checked them. So these axles have 308 gears, and I got 33-inch tires, so that's not a great combination. I've got another set of axles. This is a 12-bolt rear, 10-bolt front. I've got a 12-bolt rear, 10-bolt front with 342 gears. So I'm just going to swap that whole axle setting here, and I can just take my whole hub, because I put new bearings and seals in the hub. I'll just take my hub off and put on that other axle and swap the whole other axle in with all my brake parts and everything from here. And the same for the outer part on the brakes on these, the shoes, all that kind of stuff, and the drums. And then I'll replace that brake hose onto the new swapped in axle. So I'm not too concerned about that right now. The only real problem I have right now with the truck is it's got a pretty bad input seal leak on the gearbox. So right now I'm just keeping it topped off, but you can see it's leaking all around, and pretty bad. I've put 100 miles on the truck now, and you can see that front differential, without even being hooked up, it's leaking, dripping oil, and that's coming from the pinion. So it's definitely over full, and I think it's over full with milky gear oil, probably. I'll probably just go ahead and drain it, just so it doesn't do any more damage to it. Just kind of haven't had time. And the rear axle, I checked it, the gear oil looks fine in it, and it's full, so we're okay there. What else? Oh, the inside looks better. Let me unlock it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this video as quick and short as I can, but there's a lot of stuff that's changed since the last video. Alright. So it looks a little better with some floor mats. I've got more carpet to put in it. I just need to order the front pad before I put the carpet in. You can see I've got the dash all back together. I've got one dash light that's out right about over here because this side of the speedometer is dark, and the high beam light's not working. Other than that, everything on the dash is working. The light's working on the heater controls. I had to replace the windshield wiper switch. The light's working on that, so all that's working. Interior light's working on the switch. Maybe I should do that. It'd help out. And the dash light under here works on that door. Open that door and the interior lights come in. So this switch right here, that switch is bad. Under the hood, let's like I said, I haven't put the front drive shaft back in it yet because I'm still debating whether to put a pinion seal in it. I may just go ahead and put a pinion seal in it, depending on how long I think I'll be to put the other axles in. I may go ahead and just put a pinion seal, which I need the front drive shaft out to do it. So here's the motor. Still have my other battery in it. I need to pick up another battery. That's the one out of my tractor. Yeah, it's all together. Windshield washers are not working. The little pump I think is bad. So I ordered a rebuild kit for it. It just runs off a little cam on the wiper motor and pumps. Changed the oil. I've got some Lucas stop leak in the power steering, which has slowed. It hasn't stopped the leak, but it has slowed it down. Yeah, inspection, registration. So let's start it up. The idle still needs to be adjusted on the idle mixture. Still needs some adjustment, but it's running pretty good. Got a towing cam, so it's a little bit of a lopey idle. Oh, and I had the exhaust done. It's true dual. With, I did the manifolds, but it is true dual all the way. Oil pressure is good. True dual. Down the side. Flow Masters. And I've got to put my torque converter cover back on. mentioned it in the last video, but I put new U-joints on it. It's running a little bit rich on idle. A little bit of rich smoke. It's not oil, it's rich. So need to adjust the idle mixture a little bit. But other than that, it's running great. I've put 100 miles on it. Quite a bit of stomping on it and just being hard on it, make sure everything's good. Probably shouldn't be doing that right off, but it's doing great. Transmission shifting good. So I averaged 8 miles per gallon, and that was a lot of in-city driving and a lot of stomping on the gas and a lot of idling too. So I think that's pretty good. And so far the only leak that I've found, oh, I've got a funnel. See it? So far the only leak I've found is the power steering leak. No engine oil leaks, no transmission leaks, no brake leaks. Oh, and I put new brake lines on the front. Brake hoses on the front. So anyway, it's a long video. Hopefully it's interesting enough to keep you towards the end here. And thanks for watching. I'll do another video another day on we'll take it for a drive. Thanks.